On that fateful day, my adoptive parents came to pick me up. Before opening the door to my new home, Papa said, "You'll live with another 3 sisters with very different personalities. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, bam. Welcome to our magical family." In front of my eyes, 3 beautiful girls wearing 3 colorful outfits raised their hands to welcome me. I hesitated. "Hi, I'm Salia. I'm 15. My hobby is chess. Nice to meet..." The girl in red suddenly rushed over and kissed my cheek. "Shh, I just need to know your birth month. What's your zodiac?" I widened my eyes at her strange question. "I was born in February. I'm Aquarius." Suddenly, the 3 of them cheered in unison. "Awesome! Welcome, heir! You're exactly our missing piece." Just like that, I started my new life in such a strange home with my new special sisters. I called them by 3 nicknames: Fire, Earth, and Water. Oh, and I'm air, by the way. It seems like we all called each other by natural elements in this house. The girl in red continued to introduce excitedly. "I'm Fire, and I'm Leo." Then she pointed to the corner of the house where another girl in green was digging in her food. "See her? She's Earth and a Taurus." Well, Taurus is famous for their passion for food. She's a bit aloof, but very kind. From the kitchen, a girl in blue ran out, grabbed my hand, and sniffled. "It must have been hard at the orphanage. Are you hungry? I'll cook your favorite dish." Fire scolded. "Geez, stop being a crybaby, just introduce yourself." The girl in blue immediately stopped crying and said, "I'm Water. I'm also a Cancer. I like cooking and doing housework." Then Papa smiled and holds our hands. "Mama and Papa are quite busy and often have to go on business trips. You girls take care of each other, all right?" We stayed together in a room with 4 beautiful beds in 4 different colors. Water looked at me and said, "You should wear something white, Air. We identify each other by colors." Apart from such strange requests, my sisters are very kind. Earth always shared with me her delicious food, Water always prepared lunch for me to bring to school, and Fire, although a bit short-tempered, was always protective of me. But they were also quite noisy sometimes. One morning while I was sleeping, I was awakened by extremely shrill sounds. OMG! Fire was holding 2 large pots and banging them into each other while yelling, "Wakey, wakey!" Right now? Yes, every beginning of the week we'll gather together and see the zodiac prophecy. Suddenly from the kitchen came the cry of Water and a burning smell. "My stew is burnt again!" "Earth, stop eating! Help Water clean that mess and get your butts here." "Simmer down, Fire. Why are you always so bossy?" And they rushed into arguing loudly. Suddenly my parents appeared and calmed them all down with an announcement. "I have good news. Salia is going to Mexico for a chess competition because she won first place in a citywide contest. They asked to have one relative to accompany her, but Mama and Papa had a business trip that week. So, Salia, you can choose a sister to accompany you to Mexico." Immediately, all of my sisters screamed and fought with each other to claim that spot. Fire suddenly turned to me. "Choose me. I'm the oldest, the most beautiful, and also the smartest. I'll solve all your problems." Well, it's true that Fire is very smart, but she's too hot-tempered. Right after that, Earth rushed to me with excitement. "Mexican cuisine is absolutely amazing. Choose me. I'll give you the best food tour ever and fuel your competitive energy." Oh man, if Earth went with me, she would definitely only care about food. That night when everyone was fast asleep, Water suddenly came to wake me up and sobbed. "It's an important competition. You must choose someone who is thoughtful and takes care of you well. Think about it, okay?" After a night of thinking, I actually agreed that Water was indeed the most suitable person to go with on a trip. Earth and Fire were extremely disappointed and angry, but they couldn't do anything. Soon after, Water and I flew to Mexico. My competition went well, and I went straight to the final round. To motivate me, Water took me to many interesting places during the trip, but we couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched. I turned around and unbelievably, in the distance were fire and earth. They wore dark glasses and quickly averted their eyes. Stop hiding, I saw you. How did you two get here? We asked Mama and Papa for money, duh. And believe me, it's all just to keep you safe. Yes, we also followed your opponent to spy on them. Oh gosh, my family was weirder than I thought. I sighed. You're overthinking it, please go back. Fire scowled at me. No. What if they play dirty on you? We'll stay here until you finish the competition. As if to prove what she said was true, suddenly I had severe stomach pain. My 3 sisters panicked and took me to the ER. I was diagnosed with food poisoning. It made them extremely angry and worried. Earth said, "Your opponent definitely played dirty." I reassured them. Come on, maybe Mexican food just isn't for me. No way. I'll investigate them and mess them up. Unexpectedly, water also agreed with earth and fire. Just rest, sis. Leave it to us. Right after that, they called the people in charge of the chess team and caused a commotion. Not only that, they followed me constantly days after. When I was bringing a piece of cake to my mouth, Earth immediately stopped me, then handed me another cake. From now on, you only eat what we give you. Jeez, was that even necessary? Before the final match began, we sat in the waiting room. My opponent seemed like a gentle guy, not as scary as my sisters described him. He offered me a glass of orange juice and winked. Do your best, I won't give in to you. Politely, I took a sip before entering the competition. But somehow, during the game, I felt very sleepy and started to make wrong moves. My opponent was gradually overwhelming me. Suddenly, there was a cry from outside. My 3 sisters rushed to the middle of the competition despite the guards trying to chase them. Stop this competition! We've obtained the CCTV. It was evidence that Sally's opponent had poisoned her food and drugged her drink. Before I knew it, I slammed my head on the table and passed out. Everything fell into darkness. When I woke up, the investigation was over. The opponent admitted everything. He had indeed drugged my food and drink. So my sisters were right? Unbelievable! As a result, he was banned from every chess competition for life, and I was placed against another opponent. I thanked my sisters profusely while they just shrugged it off with a smile. Told ya, our family is magical. Thanks to my 3 unique, nosy, and wonderfully out-of-this-world sisters, I quickly got better. I won